We are not talking about just a meeting. We are talking about a geopolitical signal. While the world remains distracted by wars, elections, and economic uncertainty, a quiet but very powerful handshake took place in Moscow. And it could reshape the future of the entire Middle East because Vladimir Putin has now rolled out a plan to secure Russia's military footprints inside Syria, a country many consider strategically tied to Western influence. So the big question now is Russia digging in for a long game right under America's nose? Well, let's start with what really happened here. Russian President Vladimir Putin hosted Ahmad al-Shara. That person is Syria's transitional president in Moscow. This was not their first interaction though. It was their second high-level meeting since the dramatic collapse of Bashar al-Assad's government in December 2024. An event that shook the global observers and redrew power equation across the region. Assad, once seen as unshakable, he fell. But Russia stayed. That alone tells you something really big. But why does Syria matter so much to Putin? It's very simple. Geography. Syria gives Russia something incredibly valuable: direct access to the Mediterranean Sea, a forward military position near NATO territory, and influence in Middle Eastern security architecture. And yes, most importantly, a way to prove that Russia still is a global power broker despite Western pressure. So, wait, what is the real focus of this meeting? Military bases. Two names dominated the entire conversation: Khamimim Air Base, Russia's primary air power hub in Syria, and Tartus Naval Base, Moscow's only warm water naval facility outside the former Soviet space. Let that sink in. Warm water ports, they are rare strategic assets for Russia, whose own coastlines, they are often freezing. Lose Tartus and Moscow's naval reach, it shrinks dramatically, which is why Putin is now pushing to formalize and stabilize Russia's presence over there for near future. While his message, it appears clear: governments may change, alliances may shift, but Russian bases, they are staying. But here's where the story gets more and more interesting. Ahmad al-Shara is not Assad. He represents a new Syria, one trying to rebuild after years of war, sanctions, economic collapse. During the talks, rebuilding the country becomes a central theme. Reviving infrastructure, restarting trade, attracting investment, and restoring basic stability. Because after more than a decade of conflict, Syria's economy is deeply fractured. Entire cities, they need reconstruction. Millions, they remain displaced. The country cannot recover without any external partner, and Russia wants to be that partner. However, al-Shara is walking a very tight rope. On one hand, he met Putin. On the other hand, he is signaling openness towards the US. Yes. Well, the new Syrian leader appears to be exploring multi-directional foreign policy, balancing Russia while cautiously engaging with Washington as well. Well, this is not loyalty, this is strategy. Smaller nations often survive by keeping multiple doors open. So what happens next? Only time will tell.